Before we get started, from myself and just really all of us here at Real Deal Sports, we would like to say we appreciate all the likes and the comments. We appreciate you, but we need you to subscribe, man. We gotta have it. We need you. First game, Philly at Houston. Who do
Yeah,
you guys have? I'm gonna start. I
my
I
next
got
week.
Philly. I got Philly. Who you
I see.
got, Vaughn?
Oh,
Philly's about to beat the snot out of the Texans. We can all go to bed at halftime. It's okay. Watch the highlights in the morning. Done deal.
Who you got, John?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly. I think same with last. They actually did score over 30 points last week against Steelers. This one could get even uglier. I'm a little surprised they don't give it to Miles Sanders that much. But I mean, what I guess if you don't need to, why do it? I mean, but he still had 80 yards on just 9 carries last week. Like kudos to them, like getting it done.
And I mean, they can have that same. He can have that same success tonight. But next game, Chargers at Atlanta. This is a toss-up, guys, because the Chargers with those injuries. I don't know. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Chargers. I think they pull it out late. I say Chargers. Who you got, John?
Uh, Man, I'll give this one to the Chargers. I really, it really is a toss-up, man. Like I from the beginning of the season, I said I don't really believe in this team. There's a culture there that has to be gotten rid of and rebuilt, man. And it's just, I don't see it. It's just, they've always been great offensive power for decades now, and yet they still can't seem to. They have the talent on defense, the talent on offense, and yet seem to find a way to lose games. I don't get it.
Yeah. Who you got, Vaughn?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well. Um, I'm not sure if I believe in this team or not either. Like you said, John, they got the talent. Just got to find a way to tie it all together, pull out these wins. Over the years, the Chargers have always been that team that's right there. They're right there. They're just always just one player away, or from really being a legit squad.
Yeah.
But I will still take the Chargers versus Atlanta in this game.
Who you got, Walt?
yeah, this was tough for me, especially with Atlanta dealing with all the. I'm sorry, the Chargers dealing with all the injuries. I'm not gonna lie, I picked Chargers at first, but just hearing y'all all pick the Chargers, I'm going with the Falcons.
Okay. Next game, Miami at Chicago. I'm gonna start this one. I'm gonna say Miami. I just think that Bears defense. They, they've lost a lot. Especially since the start of the pretty much started training camp to now. And ain't no telling who may be traded next week or at the end of the season.
And y'all got Chase though. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but Chase don't cover. He catches the ball. So
That's facts. That's facts.
I'm gonna go with Miami. Who you got, Walt?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, boss. Yeah, I just feel like the Bears are just giving away too many of their weapons, I should say, on the defensive side and even offensively. So I'm gonna just have to go with the I'm sorry, I just lost. Dolphins.
Okay. Who you got? Who you got, John?
Still got
Yeah, I'm
work
gonna
on
go with Miami. You said they're giving away pieces and they're giving away points. I think Miami, they got Jalen Waddle going crazy right now. Tyreek's racking up all the yards he wants. Can't find the end zone lately, but Jalen Waddle's been finding the end zone a lot, and I like Miami.
Who you got, Vaughn?
Yeah, this is gonna be a clean sweep. I got Miami as well. I was actually surprised at the trades that Chicago made this past week. Um, Another thing, I do not think Chase Claypool will be enough. Maybe next year, but so far, this year pretty much a wash for Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely taking the Dolphins.
Yeah. Next game, Carolina at Cincy. After Cincy just got whooped in Cleveland. I'm gonna say I got Cincy. I think they bounce back. And I think they, I think that magic carpet ride Carolina has been on these last two games comes to a screeching halt in Cincinnati. Who you got, John? You look real surprised. Who you got?
I think it'll be a fender bender. I don't think Carolina. I don't think Bengals are gonna just give them a head-on collision. I think it will be an interesting game. I got Cincy by a hair, but I don't think they're gonna really put it to the Panthers.
I think the only problem with that is Cincy's defense. They are not playing like they did last year. Who you got, Walt?
I'm gonna have to go with Cincinnati as well. I just feel like with them, of course, losing to Cleveland last week, that was a bad taste in their mouth with the Battle of Ohio. So I feel like they're gonna bounce back this week, and I feel like it's gonna probably be like a 2-touchdown game.
All right, who you got, Vaughn?
Another clean sweep. I got Cincinnati in this game. Carolina is also another team that's kind of got some rebuilding to do. Cleveland has Cincinnati's number, simple and plain. So we can do that to them, but not everyone can. I think Joe Burrow will be a little more comfortable against Carolina's defense, and he'll get the job done against the Panthers.
Next game, Green Bay at Detroit. With this one,
this was tough.
I think Green Bay just win because they got Aaron Rodgers. I'll just put it like that. That's as simple as I can go. Who you got, Vaughn?
I got Green Bay as well. Again, just like we discussed last week, with the Packers and their struggles, they still got that man, Aaron Rodgers. So they're pulling this one out this week. Count on it.
What about you, John?
Yeah, I got Packers only because they have to. I mean, if they lose this one, I'm gonna call it quits on the season. I might even start picking them to lose. But I did pick them to lose last week against the Bills. But I mean, I'm just saying I might start picking them to lose a lot of these games. But I think this one's a must-win for them.
Who you got, Walt?
Oh, this is tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to go Packers, man, but I feel like upset coming up, man. I feel like the Lions can pull this one out, man. I feel like with the coaching and how they just been flowing for these last couple of weeks, even though they did have a tough loss last week, but I feel like this could be a bounce back week.
Okay. Next game, the battle of I don't even know, Las Vegas versus the Jags.
It's tough.
Who are you picking for this game? I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville just because they got weapons. You don't know what you get from the Raiders week to week, man. They just got laid an egg last week in New Orleans. Don't even score. I'm gonna just take the Jags by default. Who you got, Walt?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders just because of the fact that they only had 0 points last week. So I'm hoping that they bounce back. They've been me picking the Raiders this year has been definitely tough. So I'm hoping that they can do me right by this one.
I swear. Who you got, Vaughn?
I'm gonna just flip a coin really quick and see. No, I'll take I'll take Vegas. Really, just as a guess, that's probably the toughest pick we got this week, and one that you really can't measure. But that's going to have to be one of those ones where I'll just have to say I think.
No, it's a couple tough ones.
It is. That's probably the toughest one. Kind of like I'm gonna go ahead and rock with the Raiders though.
Okay.
Uncomfortably.
All right. Who you got, John?
I got Raiders handling this one. They are under a lot of pressure after the way they used Devontae Adams last week to do it right this time. And so if they mess up this one, you're going to see that coach on the hot seat real fast. So I think Raiders, just because it's a must win for them and a must win for that coach, I say they get it done.
Okay. Next game, Colts at New England. I'm going to say New England just based off Indianapolis is up in shambles right now. They have just thrown in their backup quarterback and they bench Matt Ryan. So I'm going to go with New England by default. Who you got, Vaughn?
I'm going New England as well. That situation over in Indianapolis, Another team just for the rest of the year is going to be in that rebuilding phase. The young guy getting out there to get his feet wet.
Right.
Gotta go in New England. They're just a little more established, and they have a QB situation going on as well. But I think New England pulls this one out over Indianapolis.
Who you got? Who you got, John?
Yeah, New England won because their kicker was just on fire last week, scored 16 points. But we talked about this last week, man. This is Brady's dream, right? Catching these quarterbacks coming in game 1, game 2. I mean, or Belichick's dream, right? Is getting these guys and just ruffling them, introducing them to the league. So because of that, I'm going to say Patriots by a hair. I think that the Colts are currently offensively better, but I think Belichick can handle a new quarterback. But I mean, it comes down to Jonathan Taylor. If Jonathan Taylor can go off, then I could see the Colts. But I'm gonna go Patriots by hair just because Taylor's ankle.
Who you got, Walt?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a clean sweep. This is where I feel like, just as John feeding off what John said, just having Belichick himself, I feel like the Patriots can pull this off. So yeah, I'm going with the Patriots. They don't have as much going on as their opponents do. Like I said, and I feel like Matt Jones, he can get the job done. So,
all right, we shall see. Next game, Buffalo at Jets. I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Another clean sweep.
all day.
So all y'all say Buffalo?
All
What?
day.
What?
I
Hey, is it time to show the standings?
Be the oddball, John.
Let me roll them up so they're out there for a little bit. So
Hey, I'm still up there. I'll take it.
currently I have Vaughn unranked just because it was 1 week.
check that percentage though. That's a nice percentage.
Right.
It's gonna change. It's gonna
So
change.
let's give it 3 weeks. Let's give it 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna put him where he belongs. But wherever it is in the rankings. But currently he's unranked. But
Damn, Nico on
Walt
my
holds it by a spot. But yeah,
have a good week.
we struggled with the first 5 weeks this season. We're not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right. So are you picking the Bills or what?
Yes,
Right.
Bill.
So
Okay. I'll
Aye.
just sure, boy. Just thought you knew something we didn't. All right. Next game, Minnesota at Washington. I'm gonna take the Vikings. Is this another clean sweep?
I don't
You
know.
know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Don't do it. No,
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna take Washington. I think Washington gonna surprise us in this one. I like them. I do. I don't like the name.
I just like the
I like
jerseys.
them.
I ain't gonna lie. They jerseys is fire.
I like
Yeah.
the black one. Who you got, John?
I'm gonna go Vikings. If Washington's defense was a little bit better, I would say they could hang with Minnesota. But I just like Minnesota's defense better than Washington. Because of that, I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Next game, Seattle at Cardinals. Who do you have in this one? I say Seattle. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but Seattle will do enough to win in the end.
Give me that.
Who you got, Walt?
Last week I picked the Cardinals and they let me down, man. And of course, I feel like if I pick against them this week, they're gonna win. But I got the Seahawks too, so I'm gonna take the Seahawks as well. Gino, I ain't gonna lie, man. He's been playing like MVP status a little bit lately. For real.
Hold on, slow that down.
Hey,
I'll say let's
hey,
go check
I'm just saying. These last
MVP. Hold on.
Nah,
these last couple weeks,
they're nice numbers. They're nice numbers. They're not MVP. They're comeback player of the year. They're whatever there's a lot of things, but they ain't MVP.
Hey, that might be the first time me and John ever agree on something.
Go look at Josh Allen's numbers right now. You gotta it ain't go.
No, man, I just told y'all that was Josh Allen's my MVP. But damn, can I get Geno Smith a little? You know what I'm saying? He's been doing good.
Yeah, you can, but MVP
get him in the conversation. That's all.
Damn, can y'all get Geno Smith his props though? Like
MVP numbers though. That's all.
Wow.
I was gonna have you not seen Josh Allen?
Man, look, we already know Josh Allen is a lot. I'm just saying over the last couple weeks he's been playing at that level. Chill, relax.
Right,
Relax.
Geno Smith right
Seattle?
now is the number one. He's the new Alex Smith, is what he looks like to me. Like,
bro, have y'all seen his PBR? That's all I'm saying.
250, a pair of touchdowns, and no picks. And
that's before you throw out the
game, but it ain't Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes.
So are you picking Geno or Kyler? Who you picking?
I'm picking Geno. If I'm gonna say some shit,
I'm
gonna say something like that, I gotta pick Geno.
I got Kyler. Is a must win for the Cardinals. That coach
Okay.
might start getting on the hot seat here if he loses this one.
He shouldn't never been in the seat. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Next game. Vaughn, did you say Seattle too?
Arizona.
Okay.
I got
Arizona. Okay, so John and Vaughn got Arizona. Me and Walt are the smart ones. We got Seattle.
You got that MVP, Gino.
Damn. All right, you know what? It's cool. It's cool.
Hey, he ain't gonna let you live that down.
It's cool. I'm gonna let y'all have. I'm just saying. Look at his
Just
QBR
like the
rating.
messing around, he ain't gonna let you live that down.
Look at the QBR rating, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
But this is my point, though. Is every year Alex Smith has like the best QBR in the league, but that don't mean he's the best QB in the league.
All right, we'll come back to that after we pick these games. Rams at Tampa Bay.
This was tough.
Who do you have?
That's like the game of the week, right?
I said, heck no.
No, okay. Sounded good on paper. My bad.
No, it really is. It
is not.
It is in a sense because it's a must win for both of them.
It's a must win for Tom Brady.
So I wouldn't call it the game of the week, but
because it's probably the most crucial game of the week.
I got the Bucks. Who do you have, John?
I'm gonna ride with Bucks. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks, man.
Who you got?
I mean, I have no reason why, but I just in this game I'm gonna take Brady over Matt Stafford.
Who you got, Walt?
Yeah, I feel like it's a must win for Brady, man. I know he got a lot of stuff going on, but I feel like Brady losing 4 games in a row, he gonna change that around, bro. It's gonna be a Brady type game. It's gonna have to be.
Who you got, Vaughn?
I got the Rams, guys.
Okay, all right. Hey, you never know. They may come to play. Next game, I would think this is game of the week. Tennessee at Chiefs.
Ooh.
Because now you playing for that number 1 seed still. Yeah. Although both of you have lost to Buffalo, but you never know. Buffalo slip up a game or two. You could have, it could be the Super Bowl coming through Tennessee again. You never know.
Could be.
But with this game, I am not picking the Tennessee Titans. I am picking the Chiefs. I think, Pat Mahomes, he on one. He on one. I think this is his prove-it year without Tariq. He bet. I got it. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to take the Chiefs. Who you got, Vaughn?
Yeah, I believe I picked Tennessee last week. Not really sure, but I remember I did say that Derrick Henry would not run for 100. He ended up running for 200. So I don't know what kind of Hulk juice he was on, but it's not going to happen this week. I'm taking the Chiefs as well. He gonna have a good game, but Tennessee is not winning this game. I got Patty Boy.
Yeah. Who you got, Walt?
Yeah, I'll have to agree. I say the Chiefs. I think they was coming off a bye week from last week as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they had some time to get rested and get their bodies and stuff together. So I feel like they be able to pull this out, and then especially with it being a late game as well too. So that's even more rest. So got the Chiefs, and like you said, just it's a prove-it year for Pat.
Yeah. Who you got, John?
Yeah, I got Pat because you got. Derek coming off that 200-yard game, he never run it back with 200 the next week, and even with 200, they barely scored 17 against that team. So, yeah, I think their Pat's defense or offense too much, and also, Derek is my guy, obviously, but his last 4 200-yard games have all come against the Texans. So, those are anomaly games. Yeah. Yeah, his last four 200-yard games all came against Texans, so he owns that team currently.
What about Houston?
He's been sitting out the last 2-3 days. I don't know if they said ankle or what. He'll be back, but I like Kansas City's offense too much for him.
Next and final game, them Ravens versus the Saints in New Orleans in the Superdome. It will be the first debut of Roquan Smith. So, gentlemen, who do you have for the Monday night finale? I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say the Saints. I think, playing in that Superdome, it's like a superpower for them, man. They've lost a couple, yes. But regular season is I'm about playing in the Superdome. I'm gonna say the Saints by 3.
Is Wentz? My bad to cut you off. Is Wentz gonna be the QB that game or?
I think it's still Andy Dalton.
Yeah, Andy Dalton still got the keys to the.
Especially after the way they won last week, you can't
Okay.
switch out after you win 24-0.
For sure.
Who you got, Walt?
Yeah, this was kind of another tough one for me. Just because I mean, for some reason, it seemed like Eddie Dalton has found his rhythm down there in the Saints, with the Saints, I should say. But I still don't trust Andy Dalton like that. He had a team up in Cincinnati he couldn't really do too much with, in my opinion. So,
Oh man, that's the past.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens, man. Like I said, with them adding in, of course, they new addition on defense. I feel like Roquan can definitely help out on the defensive side. So, and we all know Lamar can do what Lamar do. So, I'm going with the Ravens.
Who you got, John?
Yeah, Roquan is about to find out what it's like to play for a winning team, and they're going to get it done this Monday night.
Whoa.
And
Hey, he ain't lying.
That's the hell he is.
He ain't lying.
Go ahead.
That's it. He's going to find out what it's like to win. He's going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big, motivation for him. He's got a new sense of life, I should say, out there in Baltimore.
Who you got, Vaughn?
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm excited to see Rowe as well. See what he does with this team. One of our division rivals over in Cleveland. As much as I would love for them to lose, I got to beat you guys. So I got to go with the Ravens.
Okay, all right.
I like that.
There it is.
Well, fellas, that's been our week 9 picks.
So again, Vaughn is the week 8 winner. Walt's still the season winner champ for now.
By one. I've been slipping a little bit lately, man. I gotta get back ahead, man. Nico, he on my ace right now. But yeah, man, this has been Real Deal Sports, y'all. We appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all joining us for our week 9 picks. Hope y'all join us again next week for our week 10 picks so you can see who wins. Hopefully that'll be this guy right here. But we appreciate my boy Vaughn joining us again. Like I said, he's gonna probably be our guest from here on out to do these week picks. So
if we win again, he gonna take a leave of
face.
Yeah, if he loses this week, then we'll keep him around for another week.
Right. If he win this week, he got to take a leave of absence.
If he go like 13,
not a leave of absence though.
If y'all make me take a bye week, I'm sending in my picks.
If he goes like 13-2 this week, we ain't even gonna be able to keep him. It's just straight to ESPN from here. It's like,
hey, my man, go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say shit. I might have to start
holding you back.
If you that good, you know what I'm saying? We gonna start.
Nah, this might not be as good of a week as this week.
It's another tough week though.
I got them written down. So we'll see.
Hey, well, it's your boy Big Walt. My boy Nico Suave down there, suave in the mofo. My boy John, hardest working man in showbiz. And again, my boy Vaughn, appreciate you joining us again, boss. And we appreciate y'all watching, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate our supporters, fans, everybody, subscribers. Make sure y'all continue to share, subscribe, like, comment, all that. You feel me? So, like I said, we want y'all to intervene, man. That's what this show is about. We want to get everybody involved. So, hey, again, appreciate y'all watching. We out. Put them Tyreeks up.
Real deal.
We out.